We are Group 3 from Packaging 320. I'm John, this is Matt, and this is Ben. First project we're going to talk about was our developmental project, and we were challenged to work with food science to develop packaging, graphics, and branding for a health-conscious organic food product. So Ben's going to talk about
And as a class, when we first kind of met with the food science students and were introduced to the products that we could possibly be working with, there was one in particular that I didn't want my group to be responsible for, and that was beet cake. Beets and cake is like on opposite ends of the food spectrum. It was a very unappealing sounding product. It's actually quite delicious, but it was obviously very unique, and the main thing at the beginning was it's going to be a challenging product to market. And from the food science end of it, they wanted to focus on health, and it's a very healthy snack, kind of a healthy alternative to other cake snack foods on the market. And like the market segment that I kind of were targeting were health conscious young adults that had children. And so when we're thinking about ways to market this, we kind of decided to dive into pop culture. And this is where Dwight Schrute enters. And if you're not familiar with Dwight, he's the power-hungry assistant to the regional manager from the television show The Office. It's very one of the more popular TV shows on television today. And Dwight's a quirky character, and fortunately for us, he happens to live on a beet farm. And so we thought it was a perfect idea to use Dwight's popularity as to kind of represent the beet cake as a product. And when we're talking about logo development, we wanted to try to implement elements of Dwight into an actual beet.
And so this was our first design of our logo. And as you can see, it's pretty sloppy, choppy, and the glasses and the beady little eyes don't really convey a very good image. So we wanted to change it up and find another logo that would work better. And so we went back, added a lot more detail, and as you can see, this incorporates a lot more of the Dwight character into it. It's got the glasses, it's got the gold tie. And we really felt that this logo really grabbed your attention, and that the red, the deep red color of the beet gave it a robust feel to it. And it's just a lot more friendlier look than the beady-eyed other logo.
And
sorry, try it again. Go for it.
and this is our original box, and so all of the ideas are in place here. But once again, there's our old PDI beat down there. And we wanted to use a red logo just to grab your attention, and that accomplishes that, but not in really the way we intended. We wanted to have an energetic and lively feel to it, using the yellow and orange-yellow shades, and we wanted to have a farm feel to it with the greens and going for the nourishing aspect of the product itself. And we actually had the actual Schrute Farms from the show barn on the back of those box with the nutrition label replacing the barn doors. And we also played with a few different fonts. And again, the ideas were there, but it obviously needed a lot of work, which led into...
One big thing we did when we changed, we went from an open flap to a tray design, so that our primary package was originally a thermoform tray, and we switched it to a plastic pillow pouch. So this just allows easy access to the product, and also a potential reusable container, but primarily just for easy access to the product.
As you can see on the side panels, we have the ingredients and barcode, and everything came together quite nicely.
Some things we took away from working with another group was just the importance of communication. We did have some trouble communicating with a group that wasn't familiar with what we were doing, and just keeping in constant touch with them as development went was very difficult for us, as well as the development of the graphics took a lot, and took some help as well to get to where we got to, but we're very proud of where we got to with our graphics.
Okay. And for the competition project, Our project was our competition was the AICC corrugated student corrugated packaging competition, and it was in the design to an opportunity category, where we had where a hypothetical high-end fragrance was being packaged in 6 large packages and 12 small packages in triangular prism boxes that we're building the point of purchase display. And you see our constraining limits to the area of the box, which was quite a challenge.
Our inspiration when we first looked at this, I think of high-end fragrance. I think of perfume. I was ring shopping at the time, so I was thinking about diamonds a lot. So started off with a round cut diamond. Misunderstood the prism idea. Went with your typical pyramid shaped perfume. So that's where this structure comes from, just as an idea, and moved away from that to this.
So we went back to the drawing board and we came up with a marquee cut diamond, which is actually 2 die lines put together. We're going to have the packages on all 6 sides of the diamond. This presented a lot of different challenges, just having the angles come together properly, and it was very difficult to get a die line to work with that. So we switched to the princess cut diamond, which simplified things a lot, and it looks like a diamond, and it was able to fit within the constraints of the competition better. And then that is our finished die line, and I can't tell you how many different die lines we went through to get to this final stage. We must have cut over 24 different diamonds, each time making small modifications in the tabs, experimenting with different tab closures, tab styles, and just making the angles right so that it would come together nicely.
Once we had our diamond relatively close to being done, we had to display it. So the first thing was to design a base. This base incorporates into our shipper. Later on I'll show you. But as products are being taken off and purchased, you can pull more out of the bottom so that we fulfill displaying as many products as we need to. It also incorporates a stand and prongs to support the diamond up here. The prongs go all the way to the center part of the diamond and then all the way through to the base. There's an insert down there, so the prongs are not moving at all, and this is a very sturdy structure. Whereas originally we were playing with prongs that just held the diamond and it could just be knocked. So we've moved a long way to being a much more structurally sound shape. This is our product. Ben, would you like to speak to our name?
We went with the name Tres Jolie, which is French for very pretty. Just tried to go for an elegant sounding name. And as far as the graphics, we wanted to keep them as simple as possible and really focus on the design of the POP itself, which is quite complex. And we have our weight up there and our simple little emblem.
We went with a script font to keep it traditional and classical. And like you said, we wanted the POP to be the center point, and these just to be incorporated into it, so that it would draw the attention of the consumer. And this is our shipper. We had to create a shipper to ship everything out. So you have your shipper, you have your stand die line, and then your diamond die line folds out of it. And then you have your base, which actually will incorporate all of your product, which pops out if you held it at an angle, apparently. But it works very well. Your prongs are in there, so everything is incorporated. It ships very nicely out to the stores.
And then we also created an instruction manual to go along with the die lines, and it shows you step by step where to make each fold, how to put it together, and how it's assembled.
And these are just some images of our final product. These are the actual product. This is our POP without any boxes in it. And then this is a picture of it on display.